Hello everyone, this is Sodhi from CaanWings Consultants. Welcome to the Saturday edition. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the future of Australia migration. Now that everybody's seen that Australia is very keen on getting offshore migrants into Australia, I just want to give you an overview as to what to expect in the coming months. So just to give you a little backdrop, on an average, Australia has been getting about 160,000 migrants into Australia every year. Australia's migration year begins on the 1st of July each year and ends on the 30th of June. Therefore, the migration year 22-23 started on the 1st of July 2022 and will be ending on the 30th of June 2023, which is just a couple of months to go. Now, we have seen a surge in the migration numbers because when the migration plan was initially planned out, they had a quota of 160,000 places. Then they had to increase it to 195,000 because of the need for more migrants. Now what has happened is that in the last couple of years, there's been a stagnation as far as the movement of visas is concerned, as far as nominations is concerned. In the last couple of years, we've very rarely seen a lot of nominations coming through, a lot of visas being granted. So a lot of people were under the impression that probably Australia migration had stopped. It had never stopped. Now, what has happened is that this deficit is something the Australian government is extremely concerned about. Since there is a huge shortage of skilled migrants and they heavily depend upon offshore migrants to come and fill up the positions, they will now be looking at drastically increasing the number of migrant intake for the year 2023-24 and 24-25. In fact, reports suggest that Australia intends to bring in about 650,000 migrants by the end of 2025. And when we say by the end of 2025, we mean by 30th of June 2025. So what that means is perhaps that the migration intake or the migration quota for the year 23-24, which will be rolled out on the 1st of July, could probably be tripled. We could be looking at very high numbers, anything from 250 to 350,000 places for this year. Now, let me tell you that if you look at the historical data, so far the maximum intake Australia's had for migrants coming in was in the year 2008, when over 450,000 migrants called Australia their home. Now, with all of this in place, I think you should have a very realistic picture about what Australia's migration future looks like. Therefore, you should be clear that given the scenario at hand, nominations is not going to be an issue, which was a huge issue earlier. Nominations are going to be very easily available for most of the occupations. Visas are going to be issued in very large numbers, and therefore starting your skills assessment process right now is the right thing to do. Now, this is something I've always been telling clients, that please get your skills assessment approved before the 1st of July, because on the 1st of July, the quotas are going to be reset. The states are immediately going to roll out their occupation lists and start the nomination process. And a lot of people probably think that that is the time we'll actually start the process. No, since nomination is a second step involved in the migration process, you need to get started with your skills assessment right now, because skills assessments usually take around 3 to 4 months at least, unless you're lucky enough to push your application through priority processing, which again is a huge challenge these days. So that is it for now. For any concerns, any questions you may have, please feel free to write into us on caanwings@gmail.com or give us a call on 78498 when we'll be happy to assist you. So until next time, bye-bye and take care.